welcome back to yet another Britgrid intermediate blender class, and today we're going to be carrying on making our modular building. We are going to be creating the corner section and the strip that runs down the side wall. So let's get straight on with it. First of all, what I'm going to do is just select this wall edge and I'm going to duplicate it. So Shift D, and I'm just going to move that out the way somewhere. Over here is good. Now I want to mirror that, and I want to mirror it on the X axis. So we can go up to Object, Mirror, X Global, and that has flipped it over nicely for us. If we pop into edit mode, we can select all of these vertices. In fact, I'm going to do that in, just going to change to Wireframe and box selected all. Then I'm going to make sure that I'm set to active elements and just select the corner vertex. Now you can see I've got my snapping turned on and it's set to closest and project onto self. So we can just press G to move, grab and move this piece, see if we can get it to snap somewhere handy. Try down here. Not quite there yet. It's got it roughly in the right place, and let's move it down here. Let's just see if we can zoom in a little bit on that. See if we can just tweak it up slightly. There we go. Brilliant. So now we can go back. Let's just go back to shaded view. So now we've done that, I'm just going to pop into edit mode. I'm going to select these two end wall sections. I'm going to set the origin to the geometry on them. I'm going to press Shift D to duplicate, and I'm just going to drag them across here. And then we want to rotate them on, I think it's minus 90 degrees. So we can go to the rotate tool, grab the green thing, the green line, press down on Control on the keyboard and rotate it. And you can see up in the top left corner it's giving me the coordinates for the rotation. So 90 degrees looks about right. Let's go into edit mode. We'll select one of these vertices. That one is good. There we go. And we just want to snap that onto our section here. Not quite so easy to do. Move that down a little bit. Sometimes you need to move the view around so that you get the view into the right position. Let's just try moving it with G now. Okay, well that's snapped to the edge. Excuse me. Let's just move it along a little bit. Try that again. Moving it along slightly till we get to the corner. There we go. So, and in fact in object mode I'm just going to set the origin to the geometry on those pieces as well. Doesn't really matter, but so let's go into edit mode, and what we want to do is, that zoomed in on me a bit then, we want to just highlight this vertex and we want to snap the cursor to that, to the selected, like that. Then we're going to go into object mode, click away from everything. We're going to add in a mesh plane. Going to go into edit mode, and with all the vertices selected, we're going to say mesh merge at cursor. I'm just going to press my period key on the number pad to zoom in a little bit. Now with that done, we're going to trace around by using the E to extrude key the outline of the corner of our window here. So we can just press E, we can pull it up, E again, nice and simple, not difficult to do at all, and you'll find that it'll snap nicely to the vertices right down to the bottom here, and we're going to go right back to where we began. Now I actually want to select all of that, and we want to extrude it in the X direction. So if I find the extrude, I think it's that one, and click on the extrude, and wonder if we can press X to make it. No, okay. Don't know why it did that. Yeah, that's not exactly ideal. That doesn't work in a very intuitive way, I'm afraid. XYZ. Oh, here we go. There we go. We had a little widget at the top. Didn't see that. So we can pull that out, and we want to snap it to the corner there. Okay. Now, essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to select each one of these edges, and we're going to pull it out to its corresponding edge on this other side. So let's start with this one. So let's go back to our move option. So we can just move that across to here. So that's that one done. Then we want to move this one across to here, and then this one across to here, I think. Maybe not, maybe that one needs to go. Not quite sure where that one needs to go, to be honest. We'll worry about that in a minute. And in fact, we need to move that back into the corner. Oops. Let's try moving it into the corner. Doesn't want to go. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Try that again. Yeah, that's being a bit of a pain. Okay. We can worry about that in a minute. Maybe if we do it with the verts, it might be easier. So select that vert, just move it into the corner there. Select that vert, just move it into the corner there. Okie dokie. So let's try and sort out what we're doing here. So I believe, so that's the top section, that's the down bit. So I'm guessing let's do it from the other side. Let's start from here. So that one is already done, but this one needs to move in a little bit to there, I believe. That one, let's do it by verts, I think. Let's try this vertices. I guess it needs to move into there. that one into there, that one to there. Let's see if we can extrude these pieces now. So we could go to our, oh, I'm just going to press E to extrude, so E to extrude, and it should snap onto there, and then this one, let's do this one here. So E to extrude should snap onto there, and then this one, E to extrude onto there. We might have to adjust these in a second. E to extrude onto there, E to extrude onto there, and so on. Basically it's just a matter of copying and moving these so that the vertices line up. That one hasn't quite lined up, but we'll worry about that in a second. Yeah, we'll do that with vertices, I think. So just grab that vert and we'll press G to move it. That vert G, that vert G, G. You'll notice snapping works quite well. Let's have a look at this section here. We can just select all these verts and just press F to fill. We can do the same with this little section here. Not convinced that that is right there, but we'll have a look at that. Doesn't look right to me. Maybe it does. Difficult to tell. Yeah, maybe it is right. And we've got to do the top section here, so let's just fill that in. Actually, that's in the wrong place. We need to G and move that over there. Whoa. And we need to move that to snap to there. And now we need to just fill this area. So we can do F for fill. And this one here, F to fill. We'll just go into screen overlays and or viewport overlay, and we can just have a look and see what the face orientation is. Okay, you can see that we've got some issues on our model. So what we can do is, on those areas that have got the issue, we can go into object mode. We can select all of them. We can go back into edit mode. We can press A. We can go mesh, then normals, and recalculate outside. So that's done that. Now what we want to do is we want to select a point here, and we want to snap our cursor to it. Cursor to selected. We want to go back into object mode. Let's just turn off this overlay. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, that's the one. So I want to select nothing. Let's give that shade smooth. Shade smooth. Make sure we've got auto smooth turned on. I guess we could do that probably for all of them. I think they're probably already all set to auto smooth. Object, shade smooth. Okay. So, making sure we've got nothing selected, we can now do exactly the same as we did before. We can add, this time let's add a mesh cube, we can just shrink it down, press S to scale it, so it looks about right. So we just need to move that a little bit, and we'll just move it down a little bit. So we can now start. Let's go into edit mode. We can start just moving it into the right place. So we want to move that into the corner like that. Pretty sure that's in the corner. We want to select this face here, and we want to move that up into the corner as well. Don't know if that's going to snap for us. There we go. We want to move this face in and snap it to here. We want to move this face in and snap it to it's not going to snap for me. Let's try that again. Okay, that's good enough. And we also want to select, don't know if I can quite see it, this bit here, or you want to snap that in to there. So we can now grab this bottom section, and we basically need to move that all the way down to snap it in. Let's go into Wireframe. So we need to snap that to here. It should be about right. Then we need to go into object mode. Let's do set origin to geometry. We'll shift D it, and we're just moving it along. We'll snap that to the bottom, hopefully. Let's see if that's snapped in the right place. Yeah, that seems to be okay. Looks okay to me anyway. Then we need to copy the material. Oops, copy the material selection. So let me show you. We'll do that in textured view. So we need to select the bits we've just made, and then select our brickwork, and then go to the material of the brickwork, select the down arrow and say copy material to selected. Then if we go, let's shift select that, so let's go into edit mode, object edit mode. We can press A, we can say U for unwrap, and we can say smart UV project. We don't want to scale it to the bounds, we do want correct aspect ratio, and we say OK. And then we've got to do the same for these in object mode, the same for these other pieces. So object edit mode, press A, U for unwrap, smart UV project, OK, and the same for the next one. Object mode, so then into edit mode, A to select all, U for unwrap, smart UV project, OK. And hopefully that should have given us, or it should give you something that looks roughly about right. You might want to scale some of the UVs. Let's just check to make sure we've got no oddly oriented normals. No, we haven't. So that's fine. And I'm going to just save that once I've turned off the face orientation. Save, there we go. And I think that's all I'm going to bother showing you today, because I don't want the tutorial to run on for too long. So I hope you found that helpful, and you find some of those little techniques useful in your blending. Do remember to give me a like on the Britgrid Intermediate Blender Class channel, and thanks for watching. Take care, see you next time, bye for now.